Welcome one, welcome all. This is Patrick here, broadcasting live across YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Eurovision 365. Wherever you're watching this from, you are very, very welcome indeed. So, of course, the reason I'm here, it's an exciting time because, of course, this is the talk of a national final, the first national final, really, of 2024, and it's funny because it's a bit like Christmas, isn't it? Eurovision season seems to start earlier and earlier every year, and we already know one of the songs taking part at Eurovision 2024, and that, of course, is France with Slimane. But tonight is all about Benidorm Fest, and someone will be coming away with this massive trophy. Hopefully, they'll be able to. Hopefully, be able to carry that big trophy back home with them. But wherever you're watching this from, you are very welcome. As I say, I'm broadcasting live here on YouTube, on Facebook, and of course on TikTok. So wherever you're watching this from, do let me know your thoughts on Benidorm Fest 2024, and obviously let me know your thoughts on the performers who have been announced to take part at the contest in late January and early February is when Benidorm Fest finals are going to happen. So, what do we know so far? What do we know so far? Well, what we know so far is that it's taken quite a while for the two hosts at Benidorm Fest to get around to announcing all 16 performers at the Benidorm Fest 2024. But what we know so far is just bear with me. So, what we know so far is some of the names taking part. So Almacore was the first performer announced for Benidorm Fest, and what I've noticed they are doing is they're announcing these in alphabetical order. So I was a little bit excited. I was hoping really that Agone was going to be one of the contenders this year, unless they're leaving something for a surprise for us. I'm not sure, but they are releasing these names in alphabetical order. And first up was Almacore from Alicante. What I noticed about Almacore, it has a deep voice, lovely deep voice, and musical styles is Latin reggaeton. Following on from Almacore, we had Angie Fernandez from Mallorca, and has performed in X Factor Spain. And Angie, what I noticed, whenever the name was read out, had a huge reaction from the audience. So it seems like Angie is already a firm favourite with the audience, at least. And this is before we know any of the songs. If you're just joining me, do keep me company here. I'm broadcasting live here on TikTok, on Facebook, and on YouTube. And we're talking about the performers who are going to be taking part in Benidorm Fest 2024. So wherever you're watching this from, as I say, let me know where you're watching this from. If you're leaving a comment from Facebook, leave your name at the end of it or the start of it, because otherwise I won't see your name until after this live has finished. So yes, who else do we have? So also, anyone on TikTok who's watching this, if you want a more visual experience, you're welcome to join me here on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube, Eurovision 365. The link to the channel is on the bio here. So let's see. What else do we know so far about the contestants taking part? We had Almacore, as I said, Angie Fernandez, and then we had Alice Wonder. And I actually thought that Alice Wonder was actually coming back to perform once again at Benidorm Fest 2024. But as I soon and quickly discovered, they are inviting previous performers to perform the song. So Alice Wonder performed the song once again, which I loved actually from Benidorm Fest 2023. Up then, announced next was Dela Cruz, and after Dela Cruz was Jorge Gonzalez, and Jorge apparently is a huge fan of the Eurovision, and so it's a good thing. Songwriter liked the Eurovision as well. I think performers, if they like Eurovision, it gives them a bit of an advantage because they kind of know then what to expect from the audience and know what to expect potentially from taking part at the contest as well. Also, he is Roman, a Spanish singer from Madrid, and was in contention to represent Spain in 2009. Didn't quite make it then, as we know that was Soria. But yeah, let me see. Oh yes, I've got a wee comment here. So already, Adam Green, welcome, Adam. So Adam here is saying on the channel, I'm tipping Spain as one of the dark horses next year in Malmo for victory. That's interesting to say that without having heard any of the songs. Hej vännen, hej Pia, välkommen till Eurovision 365. I natt jag prata om Benidorm Fest 2024. Men du är så välkommen till chat. So yeah, the next performer to be announced was Lyrica. Lyrica seemed to have a huge following on social media. They have 238,000 followers on Instagram and 286,000 subscribers on YouTube. So that could be a benefit to them. That could be a positive advantage for them as well. And it'd be interesting again to hear and see what they have to bring. Speaking of which, the songs will be released on the 14th of December. So all songs will be released, all 16 songs will be released on that date. And then after that, we have Mantra, who were announced, and they have 8 million streams on Spotify. So again, fairly well known, I would suggest. Maria Palais, the crowd went wild, didn't they, whenever Maria Palais was announced. And they were actually singing to her one of her songs. Maria is from Malaga, and she's already composed 2 songs that went to Eurovision for Spain. One of those being their 2019 song by Miki, as you call them. I love that tune. Up next was Marlena. Marlena even is a duo consisting of Anna and Carolina. They were in both X Factors of Italy and then in Spain. I wouldn't say they had the biggest reaction in the audience tonight from the audience, but again, you never know, they could have a belter of a song, couldn't they? Then we had Miss Cafina, who are an alternative rock, and I quite liked. We're listening to some of their songs actually, and I quite like that they seem to have like an 80s inspired sound to them, yeah, I think they will do pretty well because they actually seem to get a good reception from the audience as well. They all hail from Madrid. Then after that, we had Newulasa, and then No One. And after that, we had Roger Padras and Kikinisa. Sorry if I've said that wrong. And that's as far as I got to when it come to seeing, because obviously I was hoping that the announcement of all the songs, all the performers would be done within 30 minutes, but that's not the case. I'm just going to check now to see what the update is from Benidorm Fest. Benidorm Fest is. So let's see. What else have we got? So Sofia Call and St. Pedro and Yoli Sa have also been announced as contenders. So how many is that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have all 16 performers. I'm a bit surprised, I've got to say. I thought we might have seen some of the 2023 performers coming back to the stage. And I was actually hoping that Agony would make a return, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So let's run through the names again. Almacore, Anjay Fernandez, Dela Cruz, Jorge Gonzalez, Lyrica, Mantra, Maria Pele, Marlena, Miss Kefina, Nebulosa, Noan, Kik, Kiki Niza, sorry, I get it wrong every time. Roger Padros, Sophia Call, Saint Pedro or Sant Pedro, and Yoli Sa. So, what's your thoughts? Any surprises? Are you surprised like me that we haven't had a previous contender coming back to take the stage for Benidorm Fest 2024? Be interesting to see now. It's very hard to make a judgment, I suppose, on these songs or on these performers because we haven't heard any of the songs yet. So it'll be interesting to see on here on the 14th of December what the songs are going to sound like. So please do keep me company and let me know your thoughts on Benidorm Fest 2024. Let's have a little look over on TikTok to see what's happening. You're very welcome, people on TikTok, broadcasting live here on Eurovision 365 channels, Facebook, on YouTube, and of course on TikTok as well. So wherever you're watching this from, do let me know your thoughts on Benidorm Fest and Spain in general, and if you think that we're going to have a Spanish winner. And Adam Green, as I said, had already predicted, even at this early stage, is tipping Spain as one of the dark horses next year in Malmo for victory. Time, of course, will as always tell, but we shall see. So I thought I would play, just while we're waiting for more people to join us, I thought I'd play some of my favourite songs from Benidorm Fest 2023, and this is one of them.
Si no brillan mis ojos cuando miras, si estoy segura de todas las dudas, si es una pesadilla hecha medida, pues yo soy todo menos suya. Oh, 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 shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, oh, 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 babi iru loud. Ey, hasta luego, sayonara, y aquí no me quedo. Ey, 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 hasta luego, oh, oh, porque ya no me
Yay!
quiero.
It's so much fun, wasn't it? Woo!
Sí, ahora bailo yo sola, solita, hasta la vista, baby.
Okay, just have a little comment there from, let's see, from Adam actually. Let's have a look at what you're saying, Adam. You are saying, have you been to Benidorm before, and what's it like? I have never been to Benidorm actually. You've never been yourself, but would love to go for the festival. Well, that's very much on our minds here at Eurovision 365 as well, to come and go along to Benidorm Fest in 2024, and hopefully that will happen. Because it does seem like it's very much like a carnival festival atmosphere from what I have seen, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger each year. So this is the third year now, isn't it, that they are running this Benidorm Fest? And I think it's fair to say that it's proving to be successful so far. Obviously, had a third place on the first contender who won. That's Chanel, of course, and obviously Blanca didn't do as well as Chanel did, but again, it seems to be that Benidorm Fest is still attracting good names and big names as well. Okay, so if you want to let me know what your thoughts are. Oh, hello, Kane. Kane's calling from Tipperary. It's a long way to there. I'm sure you've never heard that before, but you're very welcome, Kane. But if you want to let me know your thoughts on who you would like to win. Please do that. But guess what? We've got a new thing here on Eurovision 365. And I'm very excited because look at this, people. Look at that. This is the wheel. We're calling it the Netta wheel, actually. The Netta wheel. The Netta wheel of luck. Kane saying it's been a while since one of these live. You're right. But you know what we're going to do now? Where do you see this? We're going to do this now, I think. What do you think? Should we do it? What will happen is I am going to spin this wheel after a countdown, and wherever it lands on, this is going to predict the winner of Benidorm Fest 2024. Now, this is based on nothing really. It's got to be said. This is based on nothing scientific, other than a spin of a wheel, the luck of the draw, as it were. And what we'll do is, for all the national finals that take place and are coming up, we'll record the names of all those taking part, and we'll see what the prediction is from this, and see if we get any right. So there's a reason we're kind of calling this the Netta wheel of luck, for a reason. And if you're not sure what that means, if you're watching on TikTok and wondering what that means, it just means that Netta is always asked who she thinks is going to win the right to host Eurovision, and she always gets it wrong. Yes, lad. Welcome, Connor Love, here on TikTok. Connor, tonight we're broadcasting live here on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Because we're talking about Benidorm Fest 2024. Benidorm Fest, for anyone who doesn't know, is a competition for Spain that Spain runs to decide who will represent the Spanish at Eurovision. So it's Benidorm Fest 2024. So, if you want a more visual experience, because it's like a wheel, it's like a lovely red and white wheel on here right now on YouTube and Facebook. We're about to spin the wheel. So I don't know, shall we do this, people? Shall we spin this wheel? What do you think? Yes. Okay, so let's go. Who's it going to predict? This is exciting. Let's take this time. Is it broken? Oh, it's not. It's slowing down. It's slowing down. Who's it saying? St. Pedro. St. Pedro. I need to take a note of this. So let's see. Bear with me. I'm going to write a note to myself. St. Pedro might be good. Pedro predicted to win. And that's the Netta lucky wheel, huh? Exciting. So yes, welcome all, wherever you're watching us from. Eurovision 365 broadcasting live on YouTube and Facebook and on TikTok. Come on in. If Eurovision is not your thing, that's okay. You're still welcome. You're very welcome. So Kane saying Benidorm Fest is completely alien to me. I'm going to make it my mission to watch it in full this year. Yes, please do. And please keep us company as well as we do that. And join me and us at Eurovision 365 as we journey around the national finals and obviously the songs as they are released one by one. And speaking of songs that are released one by one, we already know, don't we? We already know the first song taking part at Eurovision 2024, and that is, of course, France. France were very quick out of the starting grid this year, weren't they? And I heard somewhere today that this is the earliest ever song to be announced for a following Eurovision. So I think it's beat the previous record holder by 1 or 2 days, or a few days. So France are very fast out of the starting grid, as I said. Let me know your thoughts on France as well. Also, let me know about the performers at Benidorm Fest this year. What your thoughts are? Do you know of any? Have you heard of any? I'm going to be honest, I hadn't heard of any of these people, but that doesn't mean to say that on the 14th of December that we're not going to be wowed by the songs when we hear them. So just to go over once more the names of the performers taking part at Benidorm Fest 2024. I'll just see who's with me here on TikTok. Leo, you're very welcome. So here we have Almacore from Alicante. As I said, lovely deep voice when he was speaking. And Almacore prefers to perform Latin reggaeton. Angie Fernandez from Mallorca has been in X Factor Spain and had a huge reaction to the audience. Wondering what I'm swaying along to because you can't hear music. Come and join me on YouTube and Facebook for a much more visual experience if you want to. Great to have you here. So yes, really good up to Angie Fernandez. And then Alice Wonder took the stage to perform. Then we had Dela Cruz, Jorge Gonzalez, who is a fan of Eurovision, is a Romani Spanish singer from Madrid, and was in contention to represent Spain back in 2009. So that's not today or yesterday. After that, Jorge, we had Levica, who have 238,000 followers on Instagram, as I was saying, and 286,000 subs on YouTube. So they're probably a big deal. Then we had Mantra, who have 8 million streams on Spotify. So again, these are groups probably who are fairly well known and performers who are fairly well known in Spain. Then we had Marlena. Marlena, despite the name sounding to me and to probably most people outside Spain as being one performer, is actually a duo. It's Ana and Carolina. And I actually thought they were sisters because I thought they looked quite similar, but they're not. They are not related at all. But they were in X Factor Italy and then X Factor Spain, where they were finalists in X Factor Spain. Then we had Miss Cafina, who are an alternative rock. From what I've heard so far of the performers, they would be my favorite, I think, just because they're like 80s. They've got an 80s sound. And then we had Nebulisa, then Noah, Roger Padrons, and Keith Kinsey. Is that right? Close enough. And then also after that, we had Roger Padros, Sofia Call, Saint Pedro, who our lucky wheel, has said is going to win. And then we had Yolisa. Be interesting to see, won't it, what the songs are? Because names are one thing, aren't they? Names are one thing. And I remember, here we go. Sorry, I just missed your comment there, Ken. Any returning artists to Benidorm? I don't believe so, not this year. Just as Adam is also saying, I was hoping, actually, you know what, I'll just make that the chat, just bear with me. Here we go, that's better. Yay! So you can see the comments rolling up and down there. So Adam was saying that he's hoping that Shane would return to Benidorm Fest again. He loved his song Echo back in 2022. We were listening to that today, actually. Listened to some of the songs from 2022 and 2023. I Mama was a great song, wasn't it? I don't think it had done much at Eurovision, but it was certainly one to remember. So if you're just joining me, you're very welcome here. Broadcasting Eurovision 365, broadcasting live here on YouTube, Facebook, and here on TikTok. And if you're wondering what Benidorm Fest is the national Eurovision final that's held in Spain. And this evening, a little over, well, it started 2 hours ago, and it was the reveal of who would be performing at Benidorm Fest. So all 16 performers were confirmed. And what was really surprising, because just going by what Kane's saying and Adam over here on Facebook and or YouTube, it was surprising for me, given how popular Benidorm Fest really is now in Spain. It was surprising for me that we didn't have any returning artists to the contest. Yeah. Going off topic a small bit quickly, what's your general opinion of Junior Eurovision 2023? The first thought is it's not as good. Songs for me aren't as good as Junior Eurovision 2022 as a whole. I think there are a couple of really good songs so far. I haven't heard them all. I'm going to react to all of the songs taking part at Junior Eurovision, but I haven't heard them all. But from the ones I have heard, I really like the Netherlands, and UK songs decent as well, and Armenia, quite like theirs as well. What's your thoughts, Kane? Let me know too. See. Let me know your thoughts, people, on Benidorm Fest, on the Eurovision in general, if you want to. What you think of the song that's released so far from France. If you just joined me, you're very welcome here on Eurovision 365, broadcasting live on Facebook, on YouTube, and of course on TikTok. Wherever you're watching from, you're very, very welcome indeed. I'm talking about Benidorm Fest 2024 and the 16 names that have been revealed. And of course, as you can see here from our lucky wheel, St. Pedro has been deemed and been selected on our lucky wheel of fortune, which we're calling the Nata wheel. We'll see how close or how far away the Nata wheel was and is. So Kane saying, I think this year for Junior Eurovision is better than last year. Less good songs, but the good songs this year are better than the best ones last year. That does make sense, Kane. So less good songs, but the good songs this year are better than the best ones last year. So generally speaking, in a whole, you would say that 2023 is better. I get that. So Adam, you're surprised the Spanish singer Mirella hasn't yet had a chance to represent Spain Eurovision yet or taken part in the Benidorm show. What I think is encouraging, for Benidorm Fest is that from the reaction of the audience, at least from what I heard, it sounded like quite a few of these people that were announced tonight were already well known in Spain, just judging by some who had a lot of support in the audience. So some excited cheers in the audience. So I would say it's encouraging that potentially, I would say, Benidorm Fest is attracting bigger and bigger names to that national final. So it'd be interesting to see how the eventual winner of Benidorm Fest does, I suppose, first of all, at the contest in Malmo, and then probably on that will then trigger, I suppose, who comes and who doesn't come to Benidorm Fest 2025. My goodness, I'm talking about Benidorm Fest 2025, and we haven't even had the next one yet, but you know what I mean. No problem. As for French song, it's outstanding. 10 out of 10. Enjoy the rest of your evening too. So there you go, people. So yes, I'm so glad that you joined me here, people, on last comment from Ken. I got that. I realized that. I'm so glad you were able to join me for this very short live broadcast. And we'll be making loads more content around all of the different national finals that are coming ahead of us. Going to be a lot more lives as the season progresses, of course. And I hope that you can join me in those. And I'll be making more content on Benidorm Fest as well with the songs once they're released, making reaction videos to that. And then if there's anything more that we can report on, either here or on the website, please do check it out. You can follow me on us Eurovision 365 on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok, and there is of course the website Eurovision365.com. So do have a look on all those things, and hopefully you'll find something that will be of your interest. But listen, people, thank you so much for joining me and us here for this very short live on the songs and performers who will be taking part at Benidorm Fest 2024. And please do take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you all again soon.